George Tremis, this is the Bible 3.0, the 6 commandments of the chosen life. I'm almost embarrassed to say this, George. It's going to sound so cheesy and corny, but I don't feel like I even wrote it. Because I was so possessed in the zone when I was doing it that I go back now and read it and I say, wow, this is pretty interesting stuff. Because at the end of the day, I feel like I didn't write it. I feel the universe put it through me. I was the conduit to get it into writing form, but it was the universe that transferred it to me because I was open to it. It's funny because before I even wrote this book, before I had anything, it was just one day, all of a sudden, I closed my eyes and I saw this vision. And I saw the Bible 3.0. I said, this sounds really interesting. So I ran to my computer, I type it out to myself, and all of a sudden, I see it. I start typing out chapter headings, one after the other, and I could see like the big project in one scope, and I could even see which order the chapters are supposed to go into. And then right away, I start typing chapter 1.
There are 3 essential elements that will help you work toward enlightenment and ascend to a higher consciousness: your body, mind, and soul. You cannot possibly begin to manifest the life you seek if you cannot see what you want.
And then when I least pushed for it, when I least tried, then it just started hitting me.
You are about to be reminded of this natural process step by step. How to empty your life and mind of clutter, and then how to stop using your mind as a storage space of unwanted junk. Instead, your mind will comprise of a beautiful, programmable, and inspirational source of short and long-term goals and achievements. Your mind will begin to work for you instead of against you.
If you've ever met me, if you ever talked to me, if I've ever had any effect on your life, this book is going to be for you. It's part memoir, it's part inspirational, part self-help. Imagine, George, the feeling of writing out your diary, your whole life, and now imagine publishing that. That's essentially what I've done here. I've opened myself up from vulnerability. If I can expose myself and I can say, hey, I fell on my face. Hey, this didn't go so well for me, but I allowed myself to pick myself up and keep going. You can do the same.
You are working toward something. You are living life. You are experiencing life. By feeling this way, you have already allowed enlightenment to enter your world.
But this cover is inspiring. It seems like the dawn of a new day, the dawn of a new chosen life.
Orange is a very inspirational color, and he loved the number 6. Something about the 6, and it became
It's fluid, it flows.
And I feel calm, but I feel hope. That's what I got out of this cover, and I said to him, this is our cover.
But Bible 3.0? A little bold, is it not?
I would say a lot bold, yes. And I figured it's going to ruffle a little bit of feathers, certainly.
I think so.
I would say to any person out there that says, that's against religion, that's very wrong, please go read the book and then come back to me and tell me you feel the same way. Because no matter what religion or what faith you are in, this book is encouraging you to follow that path. We're living in a world in times filled with hate and anger and people, I don't like you because you're this, you're that. And why are we so focused on that? Why do we need to focus on all this? You know why? Because we want to be able to pick on other people because it makes us not look at ourselves. Let's bring it back down to basics. If we learn to love ourselves, we're not going to hate others.
Yes.
When they're reading this book, they're not reading me. They're looking in the mirror. Okay? They are looking in the mirror and they're seeing the best selves. So when they get inspired to go get that $1 million idea, they're the ones who came up with it. Okay? I just gave them the map. They chose the road. They followed it.
Understanding that your mind is a CPU of your body, you remember that your soul is the compass. If I left you in the middle of a field without a compass, you may never be able to get out. Think of your life. Without your life compass, you are going in circles and never breaking free. Unlocking your soul is the same as finding your compass and finding your direction.
In part 1, we teach you how the body, mind, and soul work. Okay? So you gotta know how you function first. You can't do anything until you know how you're composed and how you function. Then we got the 6 commandments. Exercise, nutrition, sleep, and water, right? Once you get those down, then you're ready for yoga and meditation.
To work toward enlightenment, your body, mind, and soul must all work strongly as a team. When that happens, you will be ready to move forward on all levels.
And that's where part 3. And in part 3, we talk about how to set goals, how to manifest, how to accept failure, how to embrace failure, how to let go. So many components of how to make the best life possible. But George, how are you going to be able to do these things if you don't even know how you're composed and you don't even know the basic life systems to get down? Bible 3.0. In this modern day and age, you need answers. And you open up the Bible, whether it's number 1, number 2, depending on your faith, and you'll have answers in there, but they're in riddles. I've cut through it, and I've given you an actual, legible, easy to read understanding of what concepts we gotta put together. And guess what? You read Bible 3.0 and you put those life systems together, Bible 1, Bible 2 will make a lot more sense to you. But my blood, sweat, and tears are into this book. When I'm gone, and it's gonna be 100 years from now, 200 years from now, I want this to be able to be something that somebody can pick up in any generation and say, I get this, this works for me. This is something timeless. You're always gonna need these principles.
Wow.
Let's get to it.
Life is not about the destination. It is about enjoying each moment as you travel your path, allowing yourself the opportunity to learn and grow. When you are in a good mindset, your body feels great and your soul is inspired. Over time, you will find the right roads for yourself, paths that will feel good as you cross them. You will begin to evolve. You will feel happier. You will enjoy life more. That is called the road to enlightenment. It is as if you found a solid road for yourself to travel on, and you are enjoying each moment. You will never get there per se, as each road leads to new roads. As you are alive, the journey never ends.
Literally, there's 22 chapters in here, George, and there's 22 concepts. There could have been a book separately on each of these chapters. You don't have to go buy a book on manifestation. You don't have to go buy a book on yoga. This tells it all in one book.
It sounds like a one-stop shop, 3-for-1, triple, trifecta deal of a lifetime to give you a roadmap to your personal success. Am I right?
The idea is it's a lifestyle guidebook. There are people that associate yoga, meditation with different religions, and why we need to stop with those labels and understand it's not about religion. It's about getting our minds focused, getting our bodies healthy, igniting our souls, and then we're ready to go. Then we're ready to conquer the world.
What would be your one wish for what this book does?
If I could have one wish come true for this book, I would think the greatest feeling I could have is that one person, and not that I ever wish this upon anybody, George, but somebody that is at their end of the rope and says, I don't know if it's worth going on, or just feeling so sorry in themselves and wallowing that they're done. Like they're gonna quit their job and just, wallow and not proceed or think unhealthy thoughts, that they get this book and all of a sudden they say, you know what? I'm gonna follow these step by step. It's, you know what? It's manageable for me. I can see it.
Your soul needs to be ignited. You need a fire in your belly, inspiration to search out answers and solutions. With your mind in check and functioning at a higher capacity, you will then have the space and time to let your soul breathe and come out.
And work their way slowly. And every little improvement they do is better than what they did yesterday. And all of a sudden, a year later, they're now, wow, I look so much better. I have so much more energy. I'm gonna go back to school. I'm gonna go get my dream job. I'm gonna marry that person. I'm gonna go out with this relationship. Whatever it is, whatever inspires them, I hope one person, if it brings them up, I've done my job.
With your soul free to discover your passion and needs in life, you will live a purposeful life. You will see a light, a direction that you want to head in. The destination may be a great one or a negative one. It won't matter. You will enjoy the journey learning, growing, and feeling a passion for life. Whatever your destination, it will be a life lesson.
I can tell you this much. For a guy who started and stopped so many times for books, okay? I finally reached the point where I let go of those expectations and I let go of where I thought I had to be in life, and I just let it be. And you know what? This was the hardest thing I ever did in my life, and it was the easiest thing I ever did in my life because I had so much fun. Because at the end of the day, it didn't matter if I sold 10 million copies or one copy. I just wanted to be the best me possible and challenge myself to see what I can do for it. And at the end of it, I did it, I read it, and I said, you know what? I'm really happy with this. And it was the best feeling in the world.
Amazing. It sounds like you lived it in creating it, writing it, and living it by sharing it. Hold it up for Fanland. Jonathan A. Hacohen, The Bible 3.0. Amazing.
All right, you can touch it once more.
Beautiful. My copy. When you pick up this book, you get this book, and something, that $1 million idea or six, changes your life and does something for you, I ask you, reach out to Jonathan A. Hacohen, put a comment on his social media, let him know that his wish has come true. I think that's a fair thing to ask, don't you?
I won't even take commission for it. The six. We live in the six, we follow the six.